Greetings to one and all. Introducing my team members. Satvik, Saiteja, Pavan Kalyan, Lendo.
Greetings to one and all. What is human resources? Human resources is the division of business that is charged with finding, screening, recruiting and training job applicants. It also administers employee benefit programs. HR plays a key role in helping companies deal with a fast-changing business environment and a greater demand for quality employees in the 21st century. Evolution of human resource management. During the 18th century, the evolution of human resource began in Europe. It originated from a basic idea of Charles Babbage and Robert Owen around the Industrial Revolution. It originated from the stages of trade union, human relations, and the Industrial Revolution. It was an advanced approach where employees were valued in the organization. The introduction of HRM abolished to the hire and fire policy the autocratic rule of personal managers of the organizations. HRM projected a positive image of HR departments among the employees. Also, it allows them to share their opinions, views about the policies and decisions of the organization. Concept of human resources. Earlier, personal administration was regarded as the HR department of an organization because most of the employee related activities such as hiring, training, employee welfare, etc. performed by them in organizations. It entailed employee record keeping, implementation of organizational regulations according to employment laws. Also, personal administrators determine wages, compensation, and other employee benefits. Managers used to perform tasks of administrations to maintain a smooth flow of work in the organization. According to traditional HR, employees were merely a source of production in the organization. In the present scenario, an efficient HR professional must know about the engagement, strategic, human resource management, job demands resource model, HR analytics, applicant tracking system, employee turnover HR report, employee experience, and a 360-degree survey. These concepts are quite different from the conventional concepts of HR. Along with it, these concepts on the mutual development of organization and employee during the achievement of a goal. In other words, employees are considered and regarded as human assets for the growth and advancement of the organization. HR practices. HR practices involves all the activities that support human resource management of an organization. These activities add consistency, structure, reasonableness, and fairness to the organizational functioning. Most of the HR activities fall under 5 core areas: compensation, safety, labor relations, staffing, employee legislation, etc. In this digital age, the HR practices of organizations are highly employee oriented. They intend to keep employees satisfied and engaged at work to maintain high production and citizenship behavior. Now, HR managers need to analyze the data to keep a track record of employee performance, evolve strategy based on their analysis, and emphasize on empathy to make the fullest utilization of employee potential. A remarkable change can be seen in the functioning of HR activities of the organization, such as Equality Act in 2010, which legally protects people from discrimination in the workplace and in wider society. Nowadays, human resources professionals perform as a strategic business partner of the organization. It involves development of workforce strategies and then implementation to attain competitive goals in the industry. Also, all the HR techniques like recruitment, training, compensation, and employee relations are used to strengthen the organization and to ensure sustenance in highly competitive business environment. Thank you.
Greetings to one and all. I am Satvik. I will be talking about HR trends. What HR trends should you look for? The last 2 years have been full of uncertainties for businesses around the globe as companies struggle to cope post-COVID. COVID-19 has impacted the way businesses work, and 2022 is set to push the limits of what HR can do to add value. Therefore, it is crucial to understand the following HR trends to drive business change and increase value for your company in 2022 and beyond. Learning and development. Today's workforce is competitive, goal-oriented, and self-motivated. In order to attract and keep top talent, you need to provide them with the resources and support they need to succeed. Where employees have ample opportunity to learn and advance their careers, they are less likely to want to leave. Training and development is always identified as one of the vital human resource functions. In most of the organizations, training and development is an integral part of the HR team. activity. Managing during change in the workplace. Cultivate an agile workforce. If your team can't adapt in times of change, they are left feeling fearful and uncertain, which takes a big toll on engagement, productivity, and morale. Your organization's survival depends on being prepared for those disruptions and making sure at the core your organization is strong and nimble. Guiding an employee's curiosity toward innovative productivity, shifting from that's how we always done it to that's how we could do it better. What are benefits of training and development in HRM? Investing in staff training and development boosts work satisfaction and morale. Employee turnover is reduced. Inspires employees to work harder. Safe work environment. The world of workplace health and safety is always evolving, but we can probably all agree that COVID-19 has caused some of the most significant shifts in workplace safety. The pandemic has forced our organizations in every industry to rethink how they keep employees safe in the face of new risks. Online or virtual health and safety training. Providing your employees with proper health and safety training is a key component of maintaining a safe and compliant workplace. Psychological safety and mental health recognition. More and more employers are recognizing their responsibility to protect the mental health of their employees and provide a psychologically safe work environment. HR models. We will be discussing a couple of HR models and select the one for the organization. An HR operating model is the way the HR team is organized to deliver value to its internal customers and stakeholders. Warwick model. The Warwick model is a human resource management model that maps the connection between the external and environmental factors and explores how HRM adapts to changes in these factors. More specifically, the Warwick model identifies and classifies important environmental influences affecting HRM. It recognizes that business strategy and HRM are affected by external and internal factors. These supply the context and content in which HRM takes place. The Harvard HRM model is considered one of the most influential soft HRM approaches due to its focus on people rather than outcomes. The HRM model of Harvard seeks to provide an optimal context for people to do their best work. The model suggests that it is HR's responsibility to consider all stakeholders when preparing policy and planning for a long-term future. I will be stating few reasons why HR model of Harvard should be considered for the organization. The Harvard HR model has been commended because it helps leaders and strategists see HRM in a broader context. Thank you.
Greeting to one and all. Today I am going to talk about recruitment and selection process. One of the most role of a business is the recruitment and selection process. Having the appropriate people with the right talents for the right duties becomes more and more important as the business climate gets more and more competitive. Yes, it can provide you a competitive advantage. Organizations today have switched from a product emphasis to a market focusing to a selling focus to a customer focus to an employee focus. Organizations frequently refer to their human resources and the valuable asset, the responsibility for an organization capabilities. Ultimately reset with its staff. An organization is only as effective as its workforce. The recruiting and selection process is discussed first, and then the best practices is recruitment and selection are used. Overview of the hiring and selection procedure. One of the department's primary duties is recruitment and selections. It may be viewed as one of the most crucial tasks carried out by the HR division. The STANG function, which is another name for it, goes through the following stages: job analysis, manpower planning, recruitment and selection. Job analysis, a throughout task analysis is required for all STANG needs. Determining a work main qualities and scope help with job analysis. Work analysis is a process of identifying and figuring out precisely what each specific job duty and demands is, as well as how important it is for the particular job. Its primary goal is to determine and record how employment practices, including training, selection, remuneration, and performance assessment, relate to the specific jobs. Examining the methods used, the justifications behind them, and times at which they are carried out are all part of job analysis. It entails evaluating working in specific contexts. such as the physical setting in the job is performed, the social environment and any financial requirements associated with the position is used to describe compensation for doing a work such as salary, wages, bonus and benefits. Manpower planning. Manpower planning is a process of estimating how many people will be needed at a certain moment in time and complete a task or job. Its fundamental goal to ensure that the correct quantity and right sort of people at the right places at the right time, doing tasks for which they are economically most beneficial. Modern manpower planning techniques are involving quickly. In addition to predicting future personal demands, it must be able to anticipate employee turnover and create plannings fill resultant gap. It must guarantee that they are neither too few or not too many personnel. Recruitment and selection. This stage is when the company chooses and hires actual prospective candidates. It is a protracted and difficult process. Manpower planning has determined the need for new employees can recruitment and selection to take place. Although the requirement and selection process varies from company to company, the following steps are typically the same for all business. Application form. Typically the first step in the hiring process. Information about the potential candidates is wanted. Information is typically categorized into biodata, education, work, experience, recreation, etc. New trends is selection and recruitment. Currently, technical advancements, changes in strategic vision are driving significant changes in the recruitment and selection process. The important trends affecting the recruiting and selection process are examined in the selection that follows. Thank you.
Greetings to one and all. My name is Lendu and I am going to talk about the importance of ethical recruiting. Ethical recruiting focuses on carefree, considered selection and placement. A hiring process should have a regular cadence that allows position to be filled in a timely manner and doesn't have candidates in endless process. But ethical hiring focuses on quality management and also it is meant for facilities to right term and oppose filling of positions. Ethics plays a crucial role in a recruitment and selection because it has a positive impact on employees' performance and job satisfaction. It is therefore important to put the right ethical consideration to the ensure the candidates are reviewed according to the merits. The biggest challenge for the higher education in the selection of the quality teachers are institutions. If teachers are not enough to teach the students, they have lack of skills and knowledge and they are very difficult to create a future world. The main objective of the study is to know ethical issues followed in a requirement and selection of permanent teacher and government for first grade college. It also impacts on the job of satisfaction. The students adopt a descriptive research designed on their future and required information. We will talk about the reputation. Your business reputation depends on how well you treat your employees and that includes recruitment them. The ethical requirements helps grow a better reputation for the business because it stresses the communication which candidates transparently cannot see in the job posting. But also it follows the questions, feedback and hiring after the retirement of job for a healthy long life retirements of the practice. Quality of new hires. Ethical recruiting is a driving force behind the best candidates. Some of the practice are scoring the best hiring requires for the attention to be spoken details in the future, like a candidate's ability to get an interview on time, followed an email or send a backup. Ethical recruitment focuses on the factors which will help them in the future personality. Consistency or attitude or recruitment means that there is no matter what the situation is, the department or group is hiring, the candidate's experience will be consistent and hiring manner will know the exact what they are supposed to do. They can do also assured with the matter what role they are hiring or they are getting candidates who are they are selecting in the future and success in the role. Recruiting is a commitment of one time of energy, money and successful in the future to find the place and right people in the role and keep them busy for the next method and carefree future. Focusing on the right thing and setting the future for the candidates to help them get the posting. Relationship. What more hiding meaningful relationship can be for the job? Importance as a forecasting relationship with the people already on your term. Someone doesn't have to work on you on with you and impact of businesses. For instance, what if you form the perfect candidate for the job, yet the perfect and respect appreciation for the candidates and the energy will quite pair, but to boost the even applicants who makes the cut and valuable connection is for the future. Hiring efficiency. Given ethical recruitment, all candidates get the same hiring process across the brand. Naturally, in absence of systematic approach, hiring can be a bit sloppy without consistent method of reviewing and selecting candidates. You end up for giving essential skill sets for the future judgment rooted in the bias. When it comes to hiring, software engineers hiring requires in the depth look of the technical skill set of the candidates, but also in the perfect skill. Unfortunately, nepotism, favoritism, and prejudice factors sometimes muddy the water. Thank you.